isn't it? Are you guys getting so much out of this? It's so great. I love this. I just love being with all these business owners and people that are doing the same thing with the same integrity and same smiles. It's just so nice. This energy is unmatched. I feel like it refuels me and recharges me. So I hope you guys are experiencing that too. All right. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story and some of the mistakes I've made in business ownership. And hopefully, if I tell you my mistakes, then maybe you don't have to make the same if you're new in this space. Or if not, maybe you're making some of these same mistakes and you're like, I actually need to think about this and change this. So I hope that I can help you kind of be more successful and take your business to another level. So a little bit about me. I enrolled in aesthetic school in 2004, right out of school, high school. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, and I decided that I loved this space. I loved this industry. Thought maybe I would, just do this until I figured out what I wanted to do. Obviously, now I'm 38 and still doing this, so I fell in love. But I got my first job in the industry. I was an office manager while I was in school. I worked under a cosmetics physician in New Hampshire for about 7 years. I learned so much as an operator and so much about running a business. I still think of some of the things, some of the pearls that he's taught me day to day in my business. I fell in love with the medical aesthetics industry as a whole. So I really didn't know at the time that medical aesthetics existed. Honestly, it was so long ago now. I think I'm having my 20-year reunion soon. I didn't even know it really existed. I didn't know there was a space that we could be more technical and get actual results, and it wasn't this fluff and buff industry that I kind of thought of it as prior. I moved to Boston in 2011, and I managed an established skincare center with 3 locations. This is where I was the general manager, I was a decision maker, and this is where I fell in love with consultations and training and actually got my first look at what Viora, now Sinclair, had to offer. So I love this story because at the time, I had been in the industry for a long time. I had been doing a lot of these treatments. I was even teaching and training at the time, which is scary, because when Sinclair Viora then came in and did my training, I was in awe. My chin was literally on the floor. I was like, this is exactly what I need. I need all of this information. I want to be a master at my craft. And I had never experienced anything like that. So I had my first experience. I became a clinical trainer and a practice development consultant with Viora in 2014. I just fell in love with this company. I fell in love with the people, the family. And I was traveling all over the place, doing so many things. I burnt out a little bit in travel, not with my job. I loved being a clinical trainer. And I also saw a need in my area that I grew up in for a really good, high-quality med spa that offered great treatments. At the time, there really wasn't that, which is crazy because it's infiltrated completely right now in such a good way. There's lots of healthy competition, we'll say. I'll talk a little bit more about that. But we opened our second location in August of 2022. A little bit about us, about Bright. Bright Aesthetics and Body Wellness. We're in Manchester and Nashua, New Hampshire. Laser hair removal, photo rejuvenation, skin tightening, body contouring, lash services, fractionated radio frequency, diamond tip microdermabrasion, dermafuse, dermaplaning, hydrofacials, pre-made dermafacials, acne clearance, vaginal rejuvenation, medical massage, neuromodulators, dermal fillers, medical weight loss, and medical-grade skincare. Who has a mission statement? Do we all have mission statements? I know we're going to talk about that probably a lot, right? You should have a mission statement, and you should adjust that mission statement. It should not necessarily stay the same for your entire career in this industry, right? But I'll share mine with you. To create a cosmetic medical space in southern New Hampshire that builds clientele base rooted in confidence of the kindness, integrity, and knowledge of their skincare provider. To create clean, safe space that anyone and everyone, regardless of age, gender, status, or appearance, feels welcome and accepted. It's really important for me to not be that cold med spa that with the front desk person that is, kind of grumpy, and I want to be welcoming. I want to be welcoming for anybody and everyone. So that's something that was really important to me. To provide consistent, result-oriented solutions to clientele so they leave us feeling more confident, more informed, and excited to come back. And to create sought-after employment opportunities for people with high integrity that value learning, growth, and becoming a master of their craft. This is also really important to me. I really want everybody that's under me and with me, working alongside me, to feel like they have the support that they can do anything and they can do everything. And so that's also very important. It takes the right person, though, to be that employee. So we're picky about who we employ. All right, so a little bit about our timeline. Opened in 2018 with just a V20 and a Pristine. So if this is you right now, you can grow fast. And I'm showing you kind of how I grew with device-based and treatment-based, but we've grown in so many other ways, too, that I'm going to talk about. So we just started with a V20 and a Pristine, 1 treatment room. 2019, we brought in massage therapy, and we purchased a V30. In 2020, lashes and injectables were brought in. We bought our first hydrofacial in 2020 as well. In 2021, we brought in the Dermafuse and the VFR, which is an amazing combination treatment. It's one of my favorites. 2022, we opened our second location. So we brought in another Pristine, a Dermafuse, a VFR, a VVR. Again, get me in a room talking about VVR, and I'll tell you how wonderful that is for all of our clients. And then the third V20. 2023, we brought in weight loss and also our pre-May. So 2024, we're wondering what we're going to bring in, and we have lots of different things on the map. Second Dermafuse and Pristine. There's so many now. We have lots in our. All right, Bright Success. 2018, we opened our doors. 7 years later, we're still growing. It's actually February, so 7 years now. We started with 0 employees, just me and my business partner, and we've grown to a team of 14. Started with 1 location. Now we're at 2 locations, 9 treatment rooms, and 9 treatment rooms that are pretty steadily booked. We're booked out pretty far. We doubled our revenue year 1 to year 2. I'm going to talk a lot about how Sinclair helped with that. But we tripled our revenue in year 3 to year 4. I'm really proud of that. 1 partially booked treatment room, and now 9 treatment rooms booked pretty much 6 to 8 weeks out. Yeah. So how Sinclair has helped us grow. First, the quality of the devices, the quality of the treatments that we're able to offer. They're science-based, and we're really creating the results that they say that we're going to, which is amazing, because that's the first step. I mean, if we're not doing what we say, we're not going to be successful in this space. Really creating lifelong clientele. There's so many different things that we can offer them, right, at any age. They might start with us with facials. They might start with us with hair removal. And eventually, they're doing neuromodulators and all of the other things, VFR. Big, I know we've really pushed this, and we're going to push it even more. Obtaining our own before and after photos. This is so important. Because we have such great results, we can create our own before and after photos, which we're going to teach you all about how to do. And that just helps with marketing. It helps with all of the other things. I'll talk more about that later. But when clients see results, they really share it with their friends, their family, and so word of mouth is actually still one of our biggest ways that we market. Clinical. There's so much support. I hope that you feel this support, clinical. I know you do, because again, that first training that I had, it was unlike any other device companies that have ever been in my space, in my area, And it was so refreshing to see and feel. And it's really nice to see in 10 years that I've been with this company that has stayed exactly the same. If not more, it's grown, right? So we have more devices, we have more knowledge. Support, customer care, those angels, customer care. As you saw, I have a lot of devices fully booked, right? So if something goes wrong, which it does no matter what device you have, every once in a while, the fact that I have that support is insane. The fact that I can just call them and they can help me out, whether it's on the phone, send a loaner, it's just amazing to be able to have that support. And just result solutions, like new things to bring in. The fact that I can grow with my V-Series, I can bring on in just new handpiece. I don't necessarily need to get a whole new device. That has really helped us grow a ton and fast. Okay, so what we've done right, I'll start there. I'll start positive. We started small. We started with our capabilities. I was still training at the time when we first started. And so I just really think that was a great way for us to move forward. Some people go all in and start with everything under the sun, and they are super successful. But my brain doesn't work that way. So I started small and worked my way up and just brought things on as needed and as we grew. Prioritize training. I do intense training with my staff. It's really important to me that they are as knowledgeable as I am. I don't want them to be asked a question that I would not answer in a similar way. So it's really important for me, and I think it really should be important to you to make sure that everyone is trained and make sure you take that time away to train. We prioritize integrity. We're not necessarily bringing on clients that aren't the best fit for us, or that we have a bad feeling about, or that aren't a great candidate for the treatment that they're asking for. So always prioritizing always prioritizing integrity has really helped us grow because people trust us. And creating a family-like atmosphere at the office. People say this all the time when they come in. They're like, "Are you siblings? Are you?" Because they feel it. They feel that we are a family. This really helps with our retention of employees and just having a really nice work environment that they feel comfortable coming to us and talking to us about all of the things. All right, now I'll get into the good, juicy stuff. What we've done wrong. I'm going to go over brand, teams, clients, business, and then just myself. So first, our brand. If you notice, this is my first logo. My sister did it in one night before I was going to get the wall sign put up. And I said, "That's fine, just put it up." Okay. There's a lot of things when you first open a business, as you guys all know, but that was something that I didn't prioritize. I didn't prioritize loving my logo and loving my brand. This is our new brand. So we do monthly memberships. This is my logo. We have all the things, pens, website, brochures, everything has our logo on it. I just got my new employee just had a baby, and she got a onesie, a bright onesie. All right, our team. I like this quote. Management is forcing people to do things that they don't want to do, while leadership is inspiring people to do things that they never knew they could. So inspiring people is really important to me. One of the big things that was new to me was how people learn and how they're incentivized and how it's different. They're not all the same as me. It makes sense to me that if you incentivize somebody with a commission, that they're going to kill it. They're going to go for it, but not necessarily. So everybody is a little bit different. So getting to know your employees and making sure that you know what drives them is really important. So we do quarterly meetings with them. We ask them what incentivizes them, what drives them, how can we help? Do they need a little bit more training? Would they prefer my employee that just had a baby? She said, "I really am more incentivized by paid time off because I'm about to have a baby." So we upped her hours if she got to a certain percentage, and it worked really well. So just kind of working with people and seeing how they work is really important, and not getting frustrated with them, because we did at the beginning. Micromanaging. If somebody can't and won't do the job and you have to do it, you're going to burn out, right? Because you're doing it all anyways, and you're going to get frustrated with them. So rather than micromanaging, really allowing them to fail so you can help and correct them. And that's hard. It's really hard as a business owner. I cringe sometimes. I hear someone say something that I wouldn't necessarily say over the phone, and I want to jump in there. But rather than that, I stop and I teach them so that next time they can do this. And at first, I'll be honest, we did not do that. We did it all, and got frustrated and got burnt out. Hiring for experience, not integrity. As I said, I train, and I love to train. I love to teach. I love to build people up in this industry. So at first, we really just wanted people that had all this experience. It's not always the best employee. So making sure you love the employee, making sure that you fit and they're a great fit for you, but then also making sure and knowing that you can train them. And Sinclair will absolutely help you with that. Not giving the right incentives for the right employee, like I said before. It's not always money. You'd think it would be money for every person, but it really isn't. All right, with our clients, not offering memberships and loyalty programs. Again, you hear us talking about this all the time. But when I first started, I don't know why I was really scared to bring on memberships. I don't understand why. I felt like it was going to be a huge hassle. It has changed my entire business. There's a lump sum of money that goes into my account every month because I do memberships. And I know I can budget better. It has been so much easier to maintain my business since I started memberships. So if you're scared, I promise you, we can guide you and we can help you. It's an easy transition into a membership program. Not being picky about who we're treating. I touched on that a little bit, but at first it was like, get everyone we can in. So, if somebody had maybe hair that wasn't as dark as we would prefer and that we know they're not going to get great treatment, selling them a package versus testing them, making sure they're going to get great results, and then start selling them that package. Again, that's your time is super valuable too. And just you want to make sure that everybody is talking well about your business and knows that you have integrity. Being afraid of combination therapies. Absolutely. I mean, we've definitely proved that you can do a lot of different things, but I was almost afraid that people wouldn't pay for combination therapies more so. But when you really show them that they're saving money doing combination therapies and they're going to get way better results, they're blown away by the results. So, and they're happy to pay, right? Because everyone just wants results. Not following up was a huge one for us. So we actually just went through all of our clientele base. I gave one of my employees this job to go through all of our clientele that's ever been in and following up with them, whether it's an email and it's a slow process and just kind of going through, but we've gotten so many more people back that just got busy. They're not going somewhere else, they just literally got busy. So if you're not following up and you don't have a program in place for follow-up, I would absolutely recommend doing that. All right, for their business, being afraid of social media. I've since been a little bit better, for sure, on social media, but I was totally afraid of it at first. And I run into a lot of business owners that are very afraid of social media. It's a lot. Yes, it's absolutely a lot, but get help. If it's too much for you, if you're not great at it, get great at it, but you can also delegate this. This is something that's very delegatable. There's tons of people out there. You can even trade for treatments. Not setting up a marketing plan at the beginning of the year. That was something that we did probably 2 years ago that has changed so much. We've seen a return on investment like crazy, putting more money into our marketing. Not having a cancellation policy. I don't know why I was scared of this. I was afraid that, they were never going to come back. People absolutely understand that your time is valuable, but they understand it even more so when you're going to charge them if they don't come in. And this will change your practice if you don't have that already. As far as myself, At early business ownership, I feel like I took things more personal. I think I took employee issues more personal. Clients, seeing someone else, another provider, took that more personal. I think that I've grown a lot in that I can see the big picture now that it's not a big deal. There's lots of faces to treat. There's lots of bodies to treat. Sometimes it's not a personal thing. Stressing about competition. All right, so something someone told me probably, I think it was like 3 years into business, was that every single time you feel some stress about competition, so someone pops up next door, someone's doing the same thing as you, someone has a similar name, whatever it is, take that energy and do something for your business. Put it back into your business. Use it for the good. I'm all about energy, but I really think that has helped a lot in seeing us grow. I just don't stress about it anymore. When we first came into our town, our city, we were one of 2 med spa type businesses. There's probably 25 in 6 years, so it's grown a lot. And you just cannot stress about it. It doesn't help anything, and it won't help grow your business at all. Getting overwhelmed. We're all going to get overwhelmed all the time, right? It's part of it. But I think that really taking time for myself and take time to do the things that calm me down in that time, it's a learning process. But big one, thinking mistakes equal failure. I'm still here, you're still here, we've all made mistakes, right? You learn from them, you're better for it. So it does not equal failure. I'm going to leave you with this. After my first beauty boss, somebody came up to me and said, 1 in 500. And I was like, what is that? Like, you're 1 in 500. There's one in 500 people are small business owners in the U.S. So 9% of citizens own small businesses, and we employ 46.8% of U.S. employees. So we're super important. So I want you to be proud, right? Be proud of the work you do, the person you are, the difference you're making. It's only going to launch you into success. Thank you.